Close your eyes, let go of the chaos of the world around you, and allow yourself to drift into the serene, untouched beauty of Antarctica, our planet's last great wilderness. Here, where ice reigns supreme, silence is profound, and time seems to stretch endlessly, we will explore a place where few have ventured, but many have dreamed about. Relax, breathe deeply. Imagine the soft, cool whisper of the Antarctic wind brushing past you, the crunch of snow beneath your feet, and the vast expanse of white that stretches in every direction. This is a place like no other, a place where the magic of nature still reigns supreme. Let's unravel the mysteries of Antarctica together. Antarctica is a place where time seems to pause, suspended in the freezing air. The sheer scale of its icy expanse is overwhelming, stretching across nearly 14 million square kilometers, larger than the entire landmass of Europe. Imagine standing at the edge of this vast, frozen world, surrounded by endless white plains, glistening under the pale sun. You feel as though you've stepped into a dream, a serene, quiet dream where nothing exists but you and the eternal ice. The ice here is ancient, some of it millions of years old. Beneath your feet lies the Antarctic ice sheet, the largest single mass of ice on Earth, holding nearly 70% of the planet's fresh water. It's hard to fathom its depth, with some parts reaching up to 4 kilometers thick. The ice moves slowly, almost imperceptibly, carving the landscape beneath it. Glaciers, frozen rivers of ice, creep toward the sea, sometimes breaking into massive icebergs that float away into the Southern Ocean. Can you hear the gentle sounds of the ice cracking in the distance? The subtle shifting of glaciers as they make their slow, steady journey toward the ocean. In this moment, you are part of this frozen, tranquil world. The cold is sharp, but somehow comforting, enveloping you in the purity of nature. The eternal sun and polar night now imagine the light, soft, golden, never setting. From November to February, the Antarctic summer brings the midnight sun. The sun hovers just above the horizon, casting a warm, surreal glow over the icy landscape. For months, there is no night, only a gentle twilight that bathes everything in a golden hue. The light plays tricks on the ice, making it shimmer like crystals, illuminating the towering icebergs that float serenely in the distance. But with every summer comes the inevitable winter. From March to September, Antarctica is plunged into almost total darkness, the polar night. The sun disappears, leaving the continent to the stars and the ethereal glow of the aurora australis, or southern lights. Imagine looking up into the night sky, witnessing waves of green and purple light dancing across the heavens, as if the universe itself is putting on a show just for you. In this darkness, there is peace. The stars above are brighter here than anywhere else on Earth, unclouded by human activity. The silence is so deep you can almost hear your heartbeat. The only sounds are the occasional gust of wind and the distant, haunting echoes of icebergs breaking away from glaciers. This is the heart of Antarctica, quiet, mysterious, and utterly breathtaking. Despite the extreme cold and desolation, life flourishes here in ways that are both surprising and awe-inspiring. Antarctica's animals have evolved to thrive in this icy wilderness, each species perfectly adapted to the unique challenges of survival in one of the harshest environments on Earth. And yet, despite the harsh conditions, there is a vibrancy, a richness to life here that adds to the magic of this frozen continent. Let's turn our attention to the penguins, those charming, waddling birds that have become the symbols of Antarctica. Imagine a colony of penguins gathered on the ice, their sleek black and white bodies standing out against the pristine snow. They squawk and call to one another, their playful interactions a joyful contrast to the starkness of their surroundings. The emperor penguin, the largest and most iconic of the species, is perhaps the most remarkable. Picture them now, huddled together in large groups, their soft feathers bristling in the cold. Emperor penguins are known for their incredible endurance. They breed during the heart of the Antarctic winter, enduring temperatures that can drop as low as 60 degrees to 76 degrees. For months, the males cradle a single egg on top of their feet, keeping it warm beneath a flap of skin as the females forage for food. The dedication of these parents is extraordinary, a testament to the resilience of life in this frozen world. Close your eyes and imagine the soft shuffle of penguin feet on the snow, the gentle sound of their flippers flapping, and their occasional trills carried on the wind. There is a tenderness in their movements, a peacefulness in their presence. Now let your mind drift to the seals, silent guardians of Antarctica's icy shores. The Weddell seal, with its sleek silvery coat, glides effortlessly beneath the ice, diving to incredible depths in search of fish and squid. You can almost hear the soft splash as they break the surface of the water, their sleek bodies moving with grace and precision. These seals are perfectly adapted to the cold, using their thick layers of blubber to insulate them from the frigid waters of the Southern Ocean. But it's the leopard seal that truly commands attention. A predator, sleek and powerful, gliding silently through the icy waters in search of prey. Despite their fearsome reputation, there is something mesmerizing about their movement, the way they cut through the water like shadows. Their presence reminds us that even in the calmest, quietest places, nature's wild spirit is never far away. Now imagine the ocean, deep and dark, alive with the songs of whales. During the Antarctic summer, the Southern Ocean becomes a feeding ground for some of the largest creatures on Earth. Humpback whales, blue whales, and orcas migrate to these cold waters, drawn by the abundance of krill and fish. Picture the immense beauty of a humpback whale breaching the surface, its massive body rising out of the water before crashing back down with a thunderous splash. The sound echoes across the ice, a reminder of the sheer power and majesty of these gentle giants. In the stillness of Antarctica, the song of the whale becomes a lullaby, a soothing melody carried through the depths of the ocean. Close your eyes and hear it. The low, haunting call of the whales, resonating through the waters, a sound so ancient and deep it feels like the voice of the earth itself. As we wander deeper into this frozen land, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible stories of human exploration that have unfolded here. Antarctica, for so long an unreachable mystery, has been the backdrop for some of the most daring and heroic adventures in history. The early 20th century was a time of intense exploration, as brave souls sought to be the first to conquer the Antarctic wilderness. One of the most legendary tales is that of Roald Amundsen, the Norwegian explorer who led the first successful expedition to reach the South Pole in 1911. Imagine the determination it must have taken to march across the ice, battling fierce winds and sub-zero temperatures, driven only by the dream of standing at the bottom of the world. But for every triumph, there was tragedy. The British explorer Robert Falcon Scott also attempted to reach the pole, arriving just weeks after Amundsen. His journey ended in disaster as he and his team perished on the return trip, overwhelmed by the unforgiving conditions. Their story is a sobering reminder of the immense challenges that Antarctica presents. Perhaps no story is more gripping than that of Ernest Shackleton and his ill-fated expedition aboard the Endurance. Picture it now, the Endurance trapped in ice, slowly being crushed by the pressure, as Shackleton and his crew find themselves stranded in the middle of the Antarctic wasteland. For months, Shackleton led his men across the ice, battling hunger, cold, and isolation. Through extraordinary leadership and sheer willpower, he guided them to safety, ensuring that not a single life was lost. Shackleton's tale of survival is one of the greatest in the annals of exploration, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity in the face of nature's fiercest challenges. As we come to the final part of our journey, we must acknowledge that Antarctica, for all its strength and majesty, is fragile. This pristine wilderness, untouched by humanity for millennia, is now facing profound changes. The ice that has defined Antarctica for millions of years is slowly melting. As global temperatures rise, the glaciers and ice sheets are retreating, contributing to rising sea levels and altering the delicate balance of life in the Southern Ocean. The icebergs that calve off Antarctica's ice shelves, once a symbol of nature's power, are now a reminder of its vulnerability. Picture these colossal icebergs breaking away, drifting silently into the sea. The sound of the ice cracking, the slow, inevitable collapse, is a sign of a changing world. But even in this fragility, there is hope. Hope that by understanding Antarctica's importance to our planet, we can take steps to protect it. Antarctica is protected by international treaties, but frozen world home. Penguins, seals, whales are resilient, but they need our protection. The fragile ecosystems of Antarctica are a barometer for the health of the planet, and what happens here affects us all. As you listen to the quiet whispers of the Antarctic wind, the distant calls of the whales, and the gentle shuffling of penguins on the ice, remember this. Antarctica is a place of magic, a place where the beauty of nature still reigns, but it is also a place that needs our care, our respect, and our commitment to its preservation. And so, our journey through Antarctica's icy wilderness comes to an end. You have felt the stillness of the ice, heard the distant echoes of wildlife, and imagined the great explorers who ventured into this frozen frontier. In this moment, you are connected to a place that is both fragile and eternal, a place that reminds us of the beauty and power of the natural world. As you slowly return from this journey, carry with you the magic of Antarctica. Remember its pristine beauty, its resilient creatures, and its silent, icy expanses. Let it remind you of the importance of protecting the wild places of our world, places where nature can still be found in its purest, most awe-inspiring form.